Everyone assumes this is a fight about land. End the occupation. End the conflict. It's a clean story, it's the story you've been told, and it is chronologically impossible. Start with a date, 1964. That's the year the PLO, the Palestine Liberation Organization, was founded. Now look at the map of 1964. Gaza was controlled by Egypt. The West Bank was controlled by Jordan. Israel controlled neither. Not 1 inch. There was no Israeli occupation of either territory, and there hadn't been for the 19 years since 1948. So a very simple question, what was being liberated? Not Gaza, that was Egyptian. Not the West Bank, that was Jordanian. Read the founding aim, and you find it, Israel itself. A liberation movement founded 3 years before there was anything to liberate. That's not spin. That's a calendar. And a calendar cannot be edited by a hashtag. Now push it back further. Noni Darwish is the daughter of the Egyptian commander of the Fedayeen in Gaza in the 1950s. She grew up watching terror raids launched into Israel, a full decade before any occupation existed. If the terrorism came before the occupation cannot be its cause. That's not politics. That's logic. Effects don't precede causes. So what is the cause? Here's where it gets uncomfortable, and here's where you need to hear it from the other side rather than from an Israeli. In 1977, Zuhair Mohsen, a member of the PLO's own executive committee, gave an interview in which he explained the strategy out loud. As Nick Matta recounts it, the Palestinian political identity functions as an instrument for opposing the Jewish state. And accepting a two-state solution, Mohsen said, would lower the bar, it would undercut the maximalist goal. Read that again. A senior PLO figure explaining that getting a state would be a setback because the fight is the point. Now watch that principle operate across 60 years, and watch how it stops being a series of accidents and becomes a pattern. 1947. The United Nations offers partition, a Jewish state and an Arab state, side by side. The Jews accept. The territory is small, it's ugly, it's indefensible on a map, and they take it because a state is a state. The Arab side rejects it, and 5 Arab armies invade the newborn country, openly declaring their intent to destroy it. So the War of 1948 was not a conquest launched by Israel. It was a rejected offer, answered with an invasion. And they lost. That's what happened. 1967. After another war Israel didn't start, Israel offers land in exchange for peace. The Arab League meets in Khartoum and issues its answer, which became famous as the 3 no's: no peace, no recognition, no negotiation. Impressively unambiguous. 2000. Camp David. Israel offers roughly 97% of the territories. Arafat refuses and makes no counteroffer. None. He simply leaves. What follows is the Second Intifada: buses, cafes, pizzerias. More than 1,000 Israelis murdered. 2005. Israel withdraws from Gaza unilaterally, completely, dragging its own citizens out. It leaves working greenhouses behind. They're destroyed within 24 hours, and Hamas is elected the following year. Every single time an actual state was within reach, it was declined. And the refusal was followed by violence. That's not a negotiation failing. That's a negotiation succeeding at exactly what Mohsen said it was designed to do. And here's the tell that seals it. The Arab League forbade its member states from granting citizenship to Palestinians. Deliberately. Noni Darwish's words, the plan was to keep them refugees from birth to death, so the problem would never be solved. And it worked. Palestinian refugee status is the only one on earth that you inherit. It passes to the 2nd generation, the 3rd, the 5th. There are people today born in Amman, holding a Jordanian passport, who have never seen the village their great-grandfather left, and who are still officially classified as refugees. Every other displaced population on Earth, Syrian, Sudanese, Ukrainian, is handled by a single UN agency whose entire purpose is to end refugee status. Palestinians get their own dedicated agency whose function is to maintain it. And it was never a shortage of land. The Sinai is empty desert. Jordan is majority Palestinian. 22 Arab states, vast territory, vast oil wealth. What there wasn't was any interest in a solved problem, because a solved problem is a grievance you can no longer use. So why are they fighting? Not over land. Land has been offered repeatedly and refused repeatedly. They're fighting because a movement was built that requires the war in order to exist, and the people it claims to represent were deliberately kept stateless to keep that war running. Ask who benefits from a wound that is never allowed to close. It isn't the person bleeding.